So what's up, guys? Welcome back. We're gonna dive into some youth wrestling tonight. We're gonna go through the IKWF Senior Division brackets, kind of check them out, see the top kids in each bracket, and see who we think is gonna kind of play out for the weekend. Joined by none other than Jim Mastney and Dustin Eiler from the South.
Eiler,
Now
you guys will get it
Eiler,
right. Yeah.
Eiler. Okay, well,
I've been called way worse, especially by Jim.
well, I don't think I've ever properly met you in person. So Eiler,
We'll get there one of these days.
Dustin Eiler. So where are you from? Right, you guys are from Champaign area,
Just outside
correct?
of Champaign. Yep.
So you have a good framework for all the central southern kids.
Yeah.
What's bigger by you, IK or IE? What's bigger down there?
IK probably is bigger than
Okay.
IE. I mean, there's starting to be a lot more IE programs because of obviously the growth in the sport in general and girls, but still for the most part IK.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was curious.
A couple of the big ones around us, Champaign Wrestling Club, St. Joe's. Those guys have got some little hammers. I mean, they won Bantam State last year. Those kids can scrap. Obviously, Storm Youth Wrestling, Unity's solid. Backyard Brawlers.
Where's Compound in relation to you?
They're Chenoa. They're in our central section.
Okay.
So they're an hour and a half northwest of us. SOTC. They got some solid kids. I think of who else. And Butch Sloman down south. He's got a handful of hammers too. Southern Illinois Bulldogs.
Okay. How far are you guys from? When I say you guys, I guess I mean just your area. How far are you guys from Perler? Like the close Perler, the Missouri Perler, I guess.
3 hours. 3 hours.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It's a hike. Yeah, we've been down there and done some camps down there before, but
yeah,
it's a hike.
So with the youth, where do they typically travel up north for tournaments on the weekends?
The ones, SJO, St. Joe, they're taking kids north. Storm's taking kids north. Champagne's taking kids north. And then also, some of them will go to Indiana. There's a handful of really good tournaments in Indiana, the ones on the eastern side of the state.
I got it. Yeah. Because Indianapolis is towards the southern aspect, right?
Indianapolis is an hour and a half straight east of Champaign.
Yeah.
74. Yeah.
Got it. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. When the boys were in IK, we'd go watch the state finals in Champaign and drive to Indy Nationals.
Indy Nationals. That's a big one.
Yep.
Yep.
We used to go to that. That was cool.
Yep.
Well, cool. Let's anything else before we get started?
No, I don't know. Enough about Dustin. Let's talk about wrestling.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go. All right.
New venue, not at the BM&O Center. It is in Peoria, Illinois, the Peoria Civic Center.
Yeah.
Home of Big Al's.
So
I'm just saying.
Home of Big Al's.
I do have some interesting stories, not for myself personally, but I know some kids coaches that got in trouble for Big Al's.
Yeah.
That's a trouble because didn't they always have the John Davis, the kids open down there?
Not Springfield.
Okay, but I think it was there when I was I think it was there before.
Like back in Nom.
Well, if we're talking Al's.
When you say trouble, do you mean like a mild STD or do you mean like judicial?
No, I think it's more judicial. I think they got in trouble. They didn't show up the next day, that type of stuff.
They were.
Yeah. I think coaches went down there to be around and then they weren't at the venue the next day. So hopefully that doesn't happen that much this weekend for the guys. But let's just jump into 74.
74 is the lightest weight class, right, in the senior division?
That one's kind of an obvious one to me, and it's actually kind of bracketed right, if you ask me. I've got Nix and Glowacki in the finals there, and I think if I remember right, those guys that was a finals match last year at IK State.
I believe it was.
Yeah, let me bring this up on the screen. I'm trying to.
Hold on. Jeremy Max calling me. Let me answer this real fast.
All right.
Here we go.
Mute me. Can you mute me? Can you just mute me, Dalton?
You're muted. I'll cut it out anyways, but I'm going to try to make the bracket bigger than this.
So it looks like, and that's the way I thought it went, that Glowacki, Grady's a dog, man. I love him and Gary. Gary's a gangster. Gary, he and I have, we coached a lot of duels together and had a lot of fun. He's a good dude. Got his daughter Abby wrestling too.
Yeah, and so on the top side, I do know this Giovanni Nix. I think he's wrestled a couple kids that I've been aware of. He's pretty tough too, right?
He's a hammer. He's a hammer. Got a brother, half brother, Kamari Tate. They're split, and we'll see them when we go up to 79. Tate's at 79.
Got it. So yeah, I guess however we want to do this, we can kind of just roll through these, and you guys can tell me who you know and who you got.
I know Grady Golaki is stud.
He's a hammer. Hammer.
And who did he have last year? I'm looking. He had.
No, it looks like he beat Noah Flores in the finals.
Yeah,
but they've wrestled before. I know they have, Jim.
Yep, me too.
They wrestled at the Midwest Classic, and he teched Kamari Tate.
Oh wow! And I know Nix has been good for a long time. Hey, Dalton, Max said send him an email. He's gonna get in.
Okay.
He just got. He said he'll be able to. He won't be able to see us. We won't be able to see him, but he'll hear us, and we'll hear him.
I'm good with not seeing him.
I don't know any other names in 74 senior besides Nix and Golaki, but
I mean, both of those kids have competed at. They're both Tulsa national kids. They're both. I mean, they're traveling, wrestling year round. And if Glowacki really teched him at Midwest Classic, I mean, I think. Unless something he gets caught, I'd say Glowacki's your favorite at 74.
Yeah, I don't see Lincoln Way has a couple kids in here. All their little guys are always tough. You know that. TJ trained kids are always tough. But yeah, Glowacki and Giovanni Nix. There's your finals.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Well, let's I'll pull up 79.
We ought to confirm that with Mac or not.
Well, I'll send him. I'm sending him that, but you guys talk about 79. He'll have to catch up on.
All right,
so 79. That's another one that's bracketed, I think, right. We got Cameron Ramp at the top, and Kamari Tate, who's Giovanni Nix's half brother, but absolute hammer again at the bottom. I think those two meet in the finals. Cameron Ramp was runner up this year, I think, at Tulsa Nationals. I mean, that's all that kid does is he travels the country year round, competing at the biggest events, and so does Tate. I don't know if they've got any head to heads though. Have you seen any, Jim?
I see no, but here's what I do know: just Jimmy Roach from Panther Wrestling Club has a win over Kamari Tate recently. So that's it
looks like Tate has a win over Roach at regionals.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I'm looking. Okay. He beat him in
match.
Okay. Oh, wow. He beat him at the Lamont Bears Bash. So, Roach over Tate.
Well, so
5-3. And then, so he just lost him in regionals, you said, though? Or sectionals?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, so Roach is on the top side. Who's coming out from the top side?
Ramp. I mean, nobody's touching that kid. I got him as he's your state champ.
He's a compound or was a compound.
He was a compound. His dad his dad's a farmer, built his own. I mean, he built a legit wrestling room on the farm.
Brad Ramp, super cool guy.
Super cool guy. There you go.
Yeah.
Listen, no, Bennett Hoffberg's tough, man. He's done it all. Like he's been everywhere. He kind of glued himself to Hoagie Beer and Dunaway and went everywhere with them. Bennett Hoffberg's a tough little shit. He really is.
Okay. I've never seen him scrap before, but I believe you. He's hanging with those dudes.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I would imagine that some of these are more severe than high school, where they don't wrestle many times until the end of the year stuff. That's the trouble, right? Sometimes these
They don't see a lot of heads to heads until they actually meet each other in state.
yeah.
Especially the kids that are coming from south and the ones that are just traveling nationally.
Yeah. All right, let's go to.
Yeah, those are the 4 names I wrote down for 79 Senior. I wrote down Jimmy Roach, Kamari Tate, Bennett Hoffberg, and Cameron Ramp. So obviously you can't have those 3 on the top side.
No.
All right.
Did you send Mac an email or not? He just texted. Okay. All right, 84 Senior. Is that where we're at?
Yep, we're at 84 Senior. I know
I'm going to tell you who's going to. I'm going to tell you who's going to win it. Then you tell me who he's wrestling.
Why can't I tell you who's going to win it?
Go ahead. Carter Noonan. Go ahead.
Returning state champ, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, he lost to Reese last year.
Oh, he lost to Reese. Okay.
Yeah, he beat Reese the year before, and then yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we knew that. I knew that he was in it last year. All right, gentlemen, we're joined by Jeremy Mack. Jeremy Mack, we're going over 84. Senior
okay.
84.
Is that what you guys started at? Or you guys started at 74 then?
Yeah, we started
at 74.
Yeah.
How'd you guys have that playing out?
Grady Golaki and Giovanni Nix in the finals.
Yep. Who'd you have winning?
Golaki.
Yeah, Golaki.
Yeah, that'll be a really good match. And then at next one, 79.
I'll give you 4 names and you tell me. Jimmy Roach, Kamari Tate, Bennett Hoffberg, Cameron Ramp.
It'll be Tate and Ramp.
That's what I said
I
too.
like it.
And with Ramp winning?
I think so.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, then we're caught up. Now we're at 84.
We got the rubber stamp of approval.
Yeah, we 4 heads are pretty good. So at 84, we got Carter Noonan on the top side. Who else do we got in this weight class?
I don't know any other names. Which
let's so Ealer, you can start.
Jeremy, is Thomas Blank? Is that the younger brother of
Matthew and Daniel?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's 3 of them, to my knowledge.
He's on the bottom side with Landon Atwell, Salvador, Sheridan, and Fran Blake.
And what was the last name you said? I'm sorry.
Fran Blake from Panther Wrestling Club.
Yeah. And I don't have it in front of me, but if I'm driving. I would say at the end of the day, it's obviously like Noonan's winning that, and quite handily, to be honest. He's gonna, if I had to guess, it's Blanc, but like I said in the finals, it's Noonan, and I can see Noonan Tucker fitting his way through that bracket.
I agree.
I like it. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see that one. All right.
If his dad would at least be cool, it'd be a lot easier to root for him. You know?
Yeah. Hard to get along.
It's hard to root for Josh.
I know it. Yeah. He's dandy.
No, he's a good guy. He's a great guy, actually.
Yeah. So, all right, hold on.
And this next one, Senior 90.
Yeah, moving on. Senior 90.
When they're bracketed like this, it frustrates me. Yeah, Lemberg and Babcock meeting in the quarters. That's your
which
finals
should
match
be that should be the finals, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of brackets like that turned out. It turned out that way for a lot of brackets. Like you have like 2 of the best kids meeting in the quarters. Like
118 is a total dumpster fire.
100%. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So you're saying Reese Babcock versus
Cole Lemberg. That's Ryan's son.
This is a finals match right here.
Who was on the bottom? Who was on the opposite side of Reese?
Gillen?
No. Who
Gillen,
else was on?
We got Gillen, Paulson, Sanchez, and Bausk. And then who do we got in the other side, like underneath, you're saying?
Yeah, on the opposite side of the bracket.
Yeah, so I said Gillen, Paulson, Sanchez, Bausk, and then we got Panzarino, Kurtz, Datz, Rangel, I don't know, Hassan Jagger, Paulson, I said that, Goodwin from Lincoln Way, Gill from Edwardsville. That's who's on the other side. Or are you saying anybody else on the top or what?
Yeah,
No, that'll be Reese. Like Reese, like yeah, they and Lumberg's with Reese. So like I mean that's unfortunate. You know, Lumberg is good, but I think Reese just has too much for him. But that should have definitely been. I'd like to see that as the finals.
Yeah, I agree.
And who's on this bottom side? Anybody? Worth I mean,
I wouldn't. No one that stands out. Like to me, like those are the top two kids in the bracket, and it's unfortunate they're meeting that early.
Somebody on the bottom side is getting a kitchen pass to the finals because the finals match should be Babcock and Lindbergh.
Yeah, I agree with that.
all right. Well, now we're moving on. 96.
This one, the bottom side, I think Kalman comes out on the top side, and then the bottom side on your semis is maybe your finals between Rabzak and DeMarco.
Yeah, I think your semis on the top sides between Carl Widener and Brandon Coleman, and bottom side, I don't know, man. Gage Enos is tough. Obviously Dominic DeMarco, he's a semifinalist for sure, probably finalist.
Yeah,
and Maddox Rabzak, I wouldn't sleep on him either.
No, yeah, he won last year.
Yep. Bottom side's that would be good, but I think on the bottom side, DeMarco's in the finals there, don't you, Mac?
If I'm not mistaken, don't hold me to that. I think they wrestled earlier this year, Rapsick and DeMarco.
It shows them, December 15th, holiday duels, Rabzak over DeMarco in overtime.
Yeah, so I would say it's a coin flip match. This sounds horrible, but like I cheer for both kids because they have cool parents and they're good kids. You know what I mean? So I get along with both families. That's a good match. And then on the top side, you said Coleman and Widener. Widener,
that's the semifinals. I've officiated some of Widener's matches this year. He's legit.
Yeah, he's definitely good. He's out of combative sports down south. And obviously Coleman's good. I think Widener. I don't know if they've wrestled at all this year or not.
Who's cooler than Luke Coleman, though?
Nobody's cooler than Luke Coleman. He's as easy as going as they get.
He's easy like Sunday morning.
Yeah, he's just a cool cat. Like he's relaxed, reserved. You know what I mean? He gets along with everybody, always smiling. I mean, how do you not like him? You know?
Yeah, this bottom side, this Enos from Batavia. I think he has an older brother that's pretty good. That's wrestling, and then is this DeMarco, the same one from Grays Lake?
Yes. The one is I think Kai Enos is the older brother, and I think he's out of where is that? Marist?
Yeah. Yeah, and Lily is the sister, and she won Fargo last year, I think. Seth is a cool dad too. I mean, you can't be hating on him for that. Big Jim would like him.
Oh wait, the bottom. I know that John O'Shea. That's I believe that's my brother-in-law and sister's neighbor, O'Shea, and he's cool. He's the dad.
Wait. Are we talking about the same one?
O'Shea. They're Mount Carmel people. I mean, they're Mount Carmel people, I think, though.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of someone. I'm thinking of a different one. Okay.
Maybe not though. I don't know.
Is that
Chinley Park Bulldog?
Okay, no. Okay, yeah, no, different O'Shea then. Okay.
Got it. All right. So who do you got? Well, yeah. I mean, you guys don't really have to pick, but Rabzak.
If I
All
had
these
to pick
guys
out
are
of that
good.
one, yeah, man, I think Rabsic and DeMarco are the two best in that. But I think Widener edges out Coleman, but I think that'll be a real good match. Both those matches are going to be really good. Like
Yep.
you can make an argument for any one of them
in the semis.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I do think the winner will come out the bottom though, in either Rabsic or DeMarco.
All right.
Well, why are you using GPS still, Mac?
You don't know
I
how you
just know
get
where you're
home?
going. It's freaking wrestling practice, dude.
You don't know where you're going?
You can drive there in reverse with the lights off.
All these there's all these accidents, and so I got to take these detours. And anyways,
Well, let Lincoln drive. He's like 12 teen now. Just let him drive.
yeah, he could really see over the steering wheel.
Thank
you. Yeah, see? Great minds think alike, Lincoln.
Yeah. At one time, I did see the lights. I saw some red lights, and I'm like, is Matt getting pulled over right now? This is going to be hilarious. All right, moving on to 103.
I think this one's bracketed correctly.
Yeah, I do too. Hoagie Bear versus Jaden Washington in the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing anyone's going to do about either side of that. That's it right there.
So who wins that match? Have they seen each other this year?
I think they have. Wrestled.
Was it Joe Thal or one of them?
The Midwest Classic they wrestled at.
Yeah, I like both, but on that one, I go with Jaden Washington on that one.
It was a 10-5 match at Midwest Classic. Jaden won.
Yeah.
I think I obviously I didn't see the match. I wasn't there, but I think talking to Ray, it was kind of Hoagie Bear started coming back and just kind of ran out of time. So I think Hoagie Bear. I mean, they're both going to be. Yeah, they're both going to be ready for it.
100%. Both are hardworking kids.
Yeah.
Both. I'm glad that they separated them in the bracket, and because otherwise to have one of them not take second place is.
Well, honestly, they didn't separate them. I mean, it's just luck of the draw with the IK's matrix. I mean, at the end of the day.
Yeah, as far as the schematics go.
Yeah, I was gonna say they didn't do it on purpose, right?
No.
That would take too much effort.
Yeah, it'd take 5 minutes. I got you.
Yeah. So it's Rice and Washington, huh?
All right. Yes, it is.
Yeah, without a doubt.
All right. Senior 110. We got.
I only know one kid. Oh no! Oh, Mason Porton. Wow, he's tough.
Well, you got Adonis Washington. The bottom side. There's going to be I don't know. What do you think, Mac, between Finn McDermott and Janik?
I'll go with Finn McDermott there.
Mm-hmm.
I think Janik's if I had to guess, both kids are tough. I think Janik might have a little more technique behind him, but I think Finn's gonna be too strong for him.
So who's coming out of the top? Washington? Is that who you guys are?
Who else is on the top side?
Well, we
Adonis. I mean,
Glauser. Is he? Glauser is he a relative of Glauser from?
He is.
Richmond.
Yep.
So we got
Adams, that's Adam's younger brother, I believe, isn't it, Jeremy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I look for that stuff. If you got family, sometimes I was the younger brother and I was the better one.
Did anybody else stand out to you guys on top?
I mean, I don't think anybody's touching Adonis. He's already
nor do I. Champ. Yeah, I'd go with Washington on that side, and then Finn on the other side, and then Janik coming out on the back end of that.
Okay,
agree with that.
All right.
This next one is a train wreck. Absolute train wreck.
118.
Oh my God. Ray Charles could have seeded this bracket better.
Well, they didn't seed it, right?
I know, but I'm
they're
just
doing
saying.
random.
Yeah.
This is why schematics don't work.
Yeah.
Like, it's so lopsided on the top side. Brody Page will come out the other side.
Yeah, he could walk through there with one hand behind his back and his eyes closed.
Well, somebody talk me through the top side and
So
maybe
obviously, Jeffrey Dunaway, absolute hammer, St. Charles kid. His dad's super cool, as Jim would say.
Yeah, very, very good guy.
He wrestles
yeah.
year round, travels the country, toughest events. He's battle tested. Obadiah Willis, Coach Willis from Chicago Hope. That's his son. I think isn't he a former IK state champ?
I'm not too familiar. I'm not too familiar with his family as much as I am the kid.
Yeah, they're awesome people. Obi was on the schoolboy dual team too.
Yep. Yeah, good kid.
He took third last year.
And I want to say they meet in the quarter.
Dunaway just wrestled Obadiah at something, and he majored him.
Well, I'm not saying
but the match before was close.
Yeah, and honestly, like looking at this, being a realist, Dunaway's in the finals, but there's going to be some barn burners getting to that point, guaranteed.
Yeah. No, yeah. Dunaway's going to have an easier match in the finals than he is in the semis.
Yep.
Or quarters even.
Yeah,
how about that?
Like, and no slight to Brody, but Brody is walking through the bottom side. I can tell you that right now. I think as far as styles go and matchups, Willis is the one kid. I don't think there is a threat to Dunaway, if I'm being honest. He's just been on fire all year, and I think Willis will be his toughest match. And again, that's in the quarters, unfortunately. And then, but also on the top side, that other quarters, that'll be a good match as well.
Because the last time Beals and Poeta wrestled, it was a 2-point match. Beals won.
Who ended up winning that? Okay.
Beals. Yeah.
Yeah, that to me that's a coin flip match. Even if I didn't know their score prior to that, but I think whoever comes out of that, to be honest, I think Dunaway majors both of them at minimum.
I tell you what, say what you want to say. This will be the bracket. I'm going Saturday night, and this will be the bracket that I'll be following the most, and not so much for the front side, but to watch the fallout on the back side and who ends up where. There'll be some dog fights back there too.
Yeah, those are really good matches. I'd say Willis comes out in third, and then however it plays out with
who plays in that IK State? Top 6 or top 8?
6. Wait, is it 6, right? Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
Well, whoever the 6 are going to be 6 bad motor scooters.
Yeah, and
yeah.
So you guys were talking. You were saying Brody Page, Yorkville. He's gonna be one of the favorites to get through the bottom
Brody
side.
a finalist or a champ last year, Jeremy?
He was a champ. Not last year. The year before he won it. He beat Ethan Hamilton.
Yeah.
Wait, Jim, is this another McPete? Got a McPete?
Yeah, from Stockton.
Yeah. And people are having a lot of siblings, huh? Big families.
Yeah,
huh?
well, yeah.
All right. What happens in long, cold winters in Illinois?
Yeah. All right. So, top side is the tough side. That's the wild side. All right. Well, who do you just Willis and Dunaway?
Dunaway is the eventual champ.
Okay.
Somehow, some way, however it happens,
Okay.
Yeah, Dunaway's winning that bracket, and everyone else is going for second, third, fourth, et cetera.
All right.
Mac's got to abstain at 126. I got this one, Mac.
All right, 126. Senior 126.
Finals match here is Jeremiah Hayes versus Lincoln Mack.
Jeremiah
Yeah.
Hayes up at the Backyard Brawlers.
He is a dude. So he was USA Wrestling Triple Crown winner. He's a
Where's
couple
Backyard
times.
Brawlers from?
So they're off. There's two. So this Backyard Brawlers is Jeremiah Hayes and his dad. He lives in Decatur. They've got their own club. They travel all over and practice with everybody. He's a Red Cobra out of Indiana. He practices there once or twice a week. Kid loves freestyle, loves Greco. He's a dude. He is going to make a mess as a freshman if he's 1A. Mark my words.
All right. Anybody else on this top side?
Capuno's solid.
You know what? This bracket, in my opinion, like, and I know they don't see it, the schematic worked out. Like, I think this is the deepest bracket, and I'm not just saying that Lincoln's in it, whatever, but I think you could make an argument in this bracket, realistically, for 5 different kids, I'd say, that have a chance to either win it or place as low as 5th place. Like, it's that open. Obviously, you have Jeremiah Hayes, you have Nino Capuano, you have Vasquez, you have Kieran Delaney.
Yeah. Jack Benish is in there. Jack Benish gets on fire. He's Jack Benish goes out there and starts having a good tournament. He's a problem. He's a real problem.
And I think he feeds right into Hayes, doesn't he?
Vasquez.
No, I'm sorry. He feeds into Vasquez.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Mac, I've lost some bets to you before on this, and I paid my dues. But I'm telling you, it's going to be a Stinky Linky and Jeremiah Hayes in the finals all day long. And I'm not going to tell you who's going to win because I love both kids, and I don't know about the one kid's dad, but I do like the other kid's dad.
I was gonna ask how's the guy's dad's.
Yeah, I don't know about that Lincoln kid. He's kind of overrated.
Gets it from his mom.
Yeah.
Here's the deal, though. Like Lincoln, I'll talk about Lincoln Mac for a minute. We've been traveling all over since, say, 2015. I've never not fucking seen Jeremy Mack at most of the shit we went to coming up. You know what I mean? And that's, Dawson and Jimmy are closer in age, but like Lincoln was just that kid that got, hey, well, you're going. Lincoln got thrown to the dogs as a little kid.
He's guilty by association, and he always came fighting.
He went through.
I told you
Lincoln got thrown to the dogs at a young age.
I told you the younger brother's always a little tougher.
Yep. He's better looking too. I'll give you that.
Well, great. All right.
Dawson said he disagrees, but I actually agree with both of you. But
all right.
Time will tell.
Yeah. All right, moving on. So there's a big gap between that last weight class and this weight class. What? That seems weird that there's a bigger gap there, but 135 senior division.
Another one that
Top
they
side.
got it messed up. I think your finals match is Daly versus Perch. Gonna happen in the semis.
Is who versus Perch?
Alec Daly from Champaign.
Yeah.
He was a Unity kid, and they didn't have anybody in the practice room for him. So he and a couple other kids, they just went up to Champaign to practice this year. He's one of Poet's partners. Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna make a prediction on the bottom sign, guys.
Franco.
Wyatt's a stud. Wyatt's good.
Say this again.
Wyatt Frankowiak from Fox Lake.
Yeah. And you want to talk about a rad dad, Chad? Look out.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He is.
Yeah. And Wyatt, you see Wyatt all over the place too. I mean, they did a lot of freestyle and Greco stuff. Devin's wrestled him a handful of times before.
Yeah, he's at Askren 3-4 days a week, I think.
Yep, they put in the work.
Wyatt comes out here all the time. Wyatt's a dog, man. He's tough. He's a tough kid. But Perch is a problem for everybody.
Yes,
did Perch get to so Perch wrestled Cam Young a little bit ago, not too long ago, but did Perch go to Tulsa this year?
I believe he won.
Yeah, he did. He won it. You're right. Yeah.
Again.
Yep.
Because I know he won it last year. I was just curious.
Last year he was, because this was his last year. Was he 12U again this year? He was. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Perch is winning this bracket. Like I said, Daly's in it. Daly's solid. Koyak on the other side. like, but Perch is he's a clear favorite in this bracket.
Yeah.
Like, it's
He's
very
got a
safe
cool
to say.
dad. I know his dad
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin.
Yeah. He's the best.
Yeah, he's a good
the
guy.
best. Probably one of the best, if not the one of the definitely one of the best I've ever wrestled with and trained with and stuff.
He
Justin's
coached.
Yeah.
He coached the schoolboy team last year too.
yeah.
Yeah, he runs Spar out of Aurora
Mhm.
University, and good guy, good family.
Yep. All right, cool. All right, let's moving on. We're going to 144.
This one's an easy one too.
Well,
So
I got a few guys. I got
There's
a few
Cam Young.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was working out a
I
little
don't-
bit with Cam last Friday or Sunday, and
Yeah.
he feels really good. He's big, man. He is big.
Big frame. He's like just like Colin. He's just like got that long,
He's bigger.
heavy boned kid. You know what I mean?
But yeah,
Can I say Rodriguez and Young in the finals?
I was
Yes.
gonna say I don't know anybody on the top side here, but that doesn't mean anything. Oh yeah, I do. Axel Rodriguez. I've heard that name. Yeah.
Axel's
Cameron Young's good, man. He's good.
So let's stick with the top though. We got Vasquez, we got Villarreal, we got Harkey, Rodriguez. You're saying Rodriguez is the
Rodriguez is a two-timer already. He's going
Okay.
for his third this year.
I got you. So he's going to be the favorite on the top. Cam Young,
Which side? You said Mason's on which side? With Young, right?
No, Mason's on the top side with Rodriguez.
Yeah. Mason Villarreal's on the top side. He feeds in to quarters with Vasquez.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the top side you have Rodriguez and Villarreal in the semis.
Yes.
All right, and then bottom side, we got Cam Young, Hayden Smith, Blake Buchan.
Yeah, it'll be Cam Young coming out.
And who's most likely that he'll run into in the quarters and semis?
Lansford or Buchan.
Okay, Buchan.
I don't know. I know a lot of the demolition kids, but I don't know if I know Blake or not.
Okay.
Love me some Ryan Lindbergh. He's a good guy.
All right, and then Cam Young, Rodriguez. All right. Interesting. Who did Young wrestle last week? Okay, he must have wrestled just at Nordstrom. This Jack Nordstrom. I did watch a match. I think he wrestled Cam Young at sectionals. That kid looked like he had a pretty good athletic build for 144-pound eighth grader.
Young won Midwest Classic too.
Yeah.
Who did?
Young.
Yeah, Young. I don't see Young not making the finals.
Who you got? Rodriguez or Young? Mac.
I'm gonna go with Axel.
I am too.
I'm going with Cameron Young just because Zach Young, super cool.
Nobody asked you who you're going with.
Jim, I did. Jim, who you going with?
We're going with Cam Young.
We're going with Cam Young.
He's
dude.
an
We're
Albert
going
kid.
Cam Young.
He's training with Josh Albert. He's training with Dalton
Gives me
Buller.
Josh Albert love.
Yeah.
No, he's a good kid.
He's riding to and from practice with Zach Young. His grandpa Keith is awesome.
Yeah. We're going.
It's
Cam Young.
definitely them two though. That's a good matchup. I'll go with Axel, but those two are definitely in the finals.
Yeah.
Axel has a cooler name, but
And he's got a cool dad, Danny. I mean,
Well, yeah. Listen, Jim. Cam Young is a cool name. It's a professional golfer's name.
oh,
I know how you feel about golfers.
Yeah. You know what brothers have cool names? The Henderson brothers.
Titan and Rage.
Yeah, how do you beat
Wow,
that?
those kids are tanks too, man.
Yeah, they're
And
good.
And TJ, I mean, come on, TJ and Tanette, coolest wrestling parents ever.
Yep.
TJ's bigger than Big Jim.
Wait a
Yeah,
second.
he's a big dude.
He is a big dude.
Jim, really? This guy's bigger than you?
You ought to see him warming this. You ought to see this guy warming his kids up. He's over there slapping them on the back and the chest and squirting honey down their throat. It's the craziest thing you've ever seen.
That's how we get
Southern
the.
Illinois. I mean, what else do you need to know?
That's how we get the roosters ready.
Yeah, it's wild.
Oh, I don't know. That's hilarious. If he's bigger than Jim, though,
He is bigger than Jim. No lie.
That's wild. All right, now senior 154. What do you guys got?
I have to lean on Mac on this one a little bit.
Yeah, I know Otis. I know the name Otis Davis, and that's all I even know.
Yeah,
and that's all that's gonna matter here.
Yeah.
Like I think he's gonna handle everybody in this bracket.
where did he place last year?
Davis, he was in. Sorry, my kids are getting in the car. He was in the same bracket.
Well, is this another McPeak?
Serves.
What?
And I believe it was.
Sorry, Mac, you cut out, so we didn't get to hear your.
Oh, sorry about that. I said Davis last year, if I remember correctly, was in this bracket of Nardin and Bannis.
Yeah.
This was last year, the one that
his
Nardin
only two losses
and,
last year at state was to Maximus Delgado. He lost to him twice. He took fourth.
All right. Well, anybody on the bottom side? We got Bowden, Brock Bowden from Wolves. We got Elliot Rathi. How do you? We got Miles Holland, Harrison Yankello. That's a name.
Yeah. Anybody on the bottom side, like and no disrespect to them, like anyone else, but they can play out a lot of different ways. There's no clear cut person that's gonna just walk through everybody. I just think Davis walks through that entire bracket.
Okay.
So the Morris kids from Urbana is actually pretty solid, and I think he was a state champ last year.
Okay.
So that's going to be in the quarters, huh?
For what?
Otis and
He's out of what, Morris? You said
Urbana.
He's an Urbana Tiger.
His last name is Morris. Interesting. So you're saying he's a returning state champ, and he's just fun.
Oh wait, you said Niger Morris?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You know what? They're on. I didn't even see that before. They're on the same side too.
Yeah, yep. Quarters.
They were meeting the quarters.
Yeah, that's the finals, but unfortunately it's in the quarters. Morris is actually very solid. That's a tough one. I'm still gonna go with Morris, if I remember correctly. He was novice last year, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go with Davis. For some reason, I thought Morris. I didn't even see Morris there, but that'll be Davis's toughest match. But I still say Davis comes out of that. And he actually, I don't think he's gonna walk through Morris. Morris is solid. He's legit. But I'm still going with Davis. But I do feel bad because I didn't see that name there, and he would be slighted if he wasn't mentioned in the mix. That's for sure.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's only a matter of time that seeds get like rankings get in like put in through track. Like it's only a matter of time that there's some sort of software upgrade.
Well, how long before the USA platform just takes over? I mean, that's their goal.
I don't think they're going to take over.
But any of these kids that want to compete on a national level, if they're going to compete at any off-season USA events, how they're going to get seeded is by their USA pinpoints.
Yeah, well, I think USA Wrestling will lose that battle if they make that a battle.
They've already started implementing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
know, and I think they're going to lose the battle to flow wrestling and track, because if they get into a game, if flow wrestling seriously gets into a tournament battle, or sorry, if USA Wrestling gets into a tournament battle with like flow wrestling, dude, flow wrestling could take over all of wrestling tomorrow if they wanted to. Like if Dana
So-
White bought flow wrestling tomorrow,
Mhm.
they would take over USA Wrestling.
You know,
USA
at the end of
Wrestling
the,
has
I'm not disagreeing with you, Dalton, but let's go back and talk about the fact that flow or track that had nothing to do with the seating here. It's 100% the IKWF
Yeah, yeah,
Schematic.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying at some point when you if you look at like how so many of these kids, every kid tournament, well, yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see if uh if all of the kids tournaments switch over to the USA Wrestling version of track. Which is weird because they just have been doing it. So I don't understand. I would love to hear the story as to what started that whole process, because USA Wrestling is the one who brought track into the mix in the very beginning.
Well, think about it. If they're gonna seed their kids, if USA Wrestling is gonna seed their kids based off of pinpoints, that's why they did it to attract people to their events.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
I
but
just
you come down here. I bet a third of the tournaments are still ran on paper.
yeah.
Oh,
And
really?
like our sectional for IHSA, they weren't doing the flip cards at the end of the tables to score, and there was somebody sitting up in the corner, and they were scoring paper bout sheets 15 minutes after the match had ended on track. That's at an IHSA sectional.
Yeah. Well, hey, we do have some guests here that needed IT to get on the podcast.
Hey, that's why my wife makes the big bucks.
To me, though, it like I get the whole schematic thing. It's random, this, that. But when you have the clear cut two best kids in the quarters, and then the top 5 on one side or 4 on one side, whatnot, at the end of the day, and I'm not talking bantams, intermediates, and stuff, just novice. But everyone always complains about how the senior numbers are down or they're low or whatever, and they're always going to be. But if at best, most of these brackets, if you see the top, at bare minimum, the top 4 kids, no one is going to really argue the top 4 kids ever. Like they're usually pretty
Yeah.
4
Pretty
to
clear
6.
cut.
Yeah, 4 to 6 kids are pretty clear cut, and unfortunately they don't. And again, I think for the most part, it'd probably take no more than 5 minutes tops per bracket
Yeah.
to have
I mean,
a good seating.
yeah, and then, but nobody, I mean, not there would be somebody that would complain about the seats, but I guess you just
Only a
do.
dad,
Yeah, only a dad. Not a cool dad either.
Right.
not a cool
No.
dad, not
Only the
Jim.
dick dads. Only the dick dads.
That's right.
All right, guys, let's move on. Senior 164.
Benjamin Morris. That's Caden Morris's little brother.
Okay.
He's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a big, I mean, any you guys have any info on this one?
I don't know any of these names. Do you know any of these names, Mac? Or you know
Dawson
any of these kids this
Hawthorne.
big?
Yeah, Dawson Hawthorne.
Dennis Hawthorne. He's
Or
another
I'm sorry,
kid.
I didn't mean to say that. Yeah, is it Dennis or Dawson?
Dennis.
Dawson is the kid from Althoff Catholic from Granite City. He's a freshman, sophomore.
So Dennis Hawthorne is on the bottom, or he's on the top side, but the bottom quarter. We got
Hawthorne took third last year.
okay. So
Yeah.
Hawthorne, Morris, those are some favorites. Bottom side, we got Spears, Armstrong, Blust, Cameron.
Yeah, I'm gonna. The one kid I'm familiar with is like Hawthorne in third last year. And I believe that was that at the no, that was at novice, correct?
I don't know.
Yeah, it took third at novice. It says he. Now, granted, he's the weight class down. He beat Morris this year. He beat Spear. He stuck Spears.
Okay, so Hawthorne is probably the favorite going into this.
Yeah, I'd go with that. And a lot of these upper weights, unlike in years past, I think they're missing like your clear cut winners. Your I don't want to say more elite, but more elite kids. Like
they're one hip toss away from an upset.
And that's all. Whereas in years past, it was not like that, And
you had your Brody Sendales and your Kai Calcuts, and there was a little more depth to them.
Yeah. And this is what we talked about a little bit right before, Mac. Just there's a little bit more parity, I guess you'd say, with some of these weight classes.
Yeah, basically from here on out, it's
up in the air.
Yeah, like you could throw darts at some of these kids and possibly hit it, like with the exception of maybe one or two kids total, but I'd go with Hawthorne here.
Hawthorne. All right, cool. Well, good luck to these guys. And we'll jump up to next one, 176.
Wait, on that last weight class, sorry to interrupt, is there a Sean Martinez in there, or is he in this one?
Martinez
is in 76.
He's at 76, okay.
Yeah, he's in this one.
Okay.
So just to go through the top side of the bracket, we got Kendall Smith from Urbana. We got Connor O'Neill, got Oliver Hoke, Sean Martinez, Sam. I don't know. Said we got Sam K, Preston Ramsey, Keyshawn Triplett, Joseph.
Got a Bullard in there.
Oh yeah, we got Drake Bullard. I don't know this kid. I don't know if he's fan.
Oh man, he must be a hammer.
He's a descendant.
All I know is if he's got the blood, he might be all right.
So sorry, fellas. Just looking here, the Keyshawn Triplett kid.
Yeah,
he's legit.
Does he have a brother named what's his name? Not Carson. I know another Triplett, but I don't know if there's any relation. But go ahead, sorry.
So this kid's he's an All-American in freestyle and Greco at Kids Nationals this year.
Okay.
Won the Midwest Classic.
What were you talking about with the Sean Martinez, Mac?
He shut down Hawthorne earlier this year. I think it was almost major him 7-0, 8-0, something like that.
So he's not a bad wrestler at all, huh? This Urbana Tigers Wrestling Club, they have a few good
all
wrestlers.
The same way. I've officiated several of these kids' matches, and they're big throwers.
Okay.
Yeah, like when we're on a 10-foot circle at some of these IKWF tournaments, I just stand up about the third row in the bleachers and call it from there, because otherwise I'm gonna get steamrolled.
Yeah. So that's Jim's type of kid. He's a big Greco guy. Jim is.
Yeah, I've put a lot of those kids on dual teams, and over the past 6 years or so, they definitely had some good kids come out of there.
You hear the stories about the IKWF and the IHSA not letting Dustin Eiler and Eric Davidson ref together anymore?
Wait, so is that Eiler?
Eiler.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, man, this guy sounds like Dustin Eiler.
They're not allowed to ref anymore because the moms can't concentrate. They're just
wrestling moms get all this they're
too shook up.
Uh-oh.
You put them two guys on the mat, it's like a moving Chippendale calendar.
Yeah.
And my wife just said, I heard that.
Yeah. So back to the wrestling, gentlemen. This Triplett, he's the real deal. We got Sean Martinez. He's good. Then this Kendall Smith, big kid. What do we got for the bottom side? Anybody going to make it through to wrestle one of those two kids?
I'd say Dustin would have more knowledge of these kids than I would.
Yeah, and honestly, like those kids, I don't, man. Like this one kid doesn't even have a winning record.
And
These
that's,
kids are, a
that's
lot
what
of these
happens
kids
at
are
these
getting
upper
out.
weights.
They're getting out by default because they're,
All right.
And that's the problem with these upper weights, like to your point, like these aren't your Panoviches, your Calcutts. They're not that. You know what I mean? And that's no disrespect because Calcut's Calcut, so on and so forth. But you don't see that. You don't seem to see that this year at those upper weights.
Got it. Well, then I'm going with that Drake Bullard. I mean, if it's up in the air, give it to a Bullard, man.
He's gonna have the coolest looking singlet on. Murfreesboro's got that that devil.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's cool name.
Yeah.
He's got a cool cousin or whatever we are.
I know that he's got a cool cousin of a brother's girlfriend. That's pretty cool.
Cool cousin.
Your brother's
Now
girlfriend.
Now we're getting down the family tree.
Oh, it's a joke. Your brother's girlfriend joke.
Oh yeah, okay. The one from the other day.
Yeah.
All right. All right, going up to boys 188. What do you guys got?
I thought I was just there. Oh, I meant the wrong one here. Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't know any of these names, man.
I don't know any of these names, but one club that's notorious, and again, I don't know this in regards to this year in particular, but a lot of these upper weights, they usually do come from down south. Like Belleville historically have always had good upper weights, as has the Southern Illinois Bulldogs.
Yeah,
and that's where where Maring's from. He's a Southern Illinois Bulldog kid.
Who's that?
Which one?
Yeah, I believe his name is Mason.
Yeah, Mason Maring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in Southern Illinois, he must be at the RTC in Edwardsville.
They're corn fed.
Like out of the SIUE, they got a kids program, I guess.
The Southern Illinois.
Yeah, like the university.
Those kids, they snack on sewer pipe down there. I mean,
yeah. That's where there's plenty of cows to tip.
Yeah. Well, so you guys don't have much on this one, huh?
You know what? Actually, hang on one second. Who beat Reese at sectionals? Wade Reese at the bottom side. Who beat him?
Let's see. Where's he at? Wade Reese.
You passed him up. He's back down.
Oh, right here, Wade Reese.
Mason Meering out of Southern Illinois Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I'm going Meering then.
Got it. All right. Yeah, and what's funny is you are 100% right, Mac. Like, it is interesting how for some reason it does seem like that. Maybe I haven't looked over the stats or anything, but I do notice that the heavyweights seem to be dominated by the Southern kids in the kids programs.
Yeah.
Once again, hey Mac.
Yes, sir.
I can't remember if you were on the conversation. You were on the conversation when we were talking about the Henderson boys.
Yep.
I'm telling you, they're freaks of nature. They're like 8 feet tall, 4 feet wide, Sasquatches, bigger than Jim.
The kids are. I mean, they're built like tanks. Like I just seen which one was just at VAC over the holiday duels.
Would have had to have been Rage, right? Because Titan's a freshman.
Yeah. Who's that? Rage is the younger one, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. Yep.
Yeah, and I like the way the dad got on him after a loss. Like he's hard on him, and you got to be. You know what I mean? Like the kids were well mannered, well respected. You know what I mean? Like and how do you beat names Titan and Rage? I mean, it says it all.
Well, You know, I got the Woods family's got some good names. Real Woods, Blessed Woods. You know, they got some
Yep.
cool names too. They're pretty tough. Yeah, cool names. All right, let's go. Let's finish up here. We got 215.
How
Arnold-
old can you be in the IKWF? 14 or 15?
15.
15.
You could have turned 15 as long as it's after 12/31.
Why you looking
So,
for a
okay.
comeback?
No. I'm just looking like the size of these, like the size of these kids, and then I'm wondering how old they are.
Yeah, 215. Yeah.
Where is Henderson? I didn't. Is he going IE or what? Or no or nothing or?
So they moved to Kentucky.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We got a
Or
Hinton
football.
Jr. on the bottom. Mark Walsh, Jacob Brennan. I don't know. I mean, who? Come on now, with this name, Hankton Tanner. O Wiseman.
Streets kid.
O Wiseman. That's a great name. O Wiseman.
Man.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
R. Luckett and another Vasquez and Tinnen. Anything about these guys? We're gonna go straight with the South kid from Edwardsville Wrestling Club. He the one.
Let's see here.
There's a Crystal Lake Wizard in there. I mean, there's a toss 'em up kid in there.
Yeah.
Travis Hinton
Yeah.
Jr.
Is he related to what is it? Riley? Is it?
I don't know.
Or is that opposite ends? You know what? Actually, I think Riley was more from down south.
It doesn't show him wrestling a whole bunch.
Okay.
Walsh is a wizard, so he's gonna be tough, right? I mean, he's gonna be right. He took second at Joe Thal, losing to Henry Mitchell from McHenry. So let's find Henry Mitchell. Where's he at? I don't see him. Henry Mitchell.
Yeah, he's not in this weight class or in this bracket.
He might be a heavyweight.
All right.
Who's no Southern Illinois Bulldogs here? No Belleville? No, none of that.
Just a couple Edwardsville. We got Ashton
So
Lee.
they must have got one in on. They snuck one in on a
Wild card.
last chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a Murfreesboro kid.
Murfreesboro. Let's see.
Wrestled a lot of matches, but significant wins.
Do you guys know why, like on Owen Wiseman, it's just why is Wiseman the link? Why it's not the whole name?
You can't click on them.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I can click on them, but you know how like some of them include the team and stuff.
Too long of a name.
Some of them include the team right here. It's just like Dundee Smith, Dundee Highland.
Owen Wiseman, Pekin Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
How does that Luckett kid look?
On the Iguanas, they're just outside of Bloomington.
He looks like a big kid, man. I like that kid. I got a track picture on him, and
click on it. Let make it so we can see it. Yeah, that's a big look at Dustin Adler's little ass holding his arm up. He's a big boy, man.
Yeah,
he's towering over that.
He's got a leg sleeve on. He's got to be legit.
I mean, hey, dude, that kid he doesn't look like a pudgy.
He got second at John Davis.
Call him Reggie for short, I bet.
Who beat him at John Davis?
It was Jackson Wyndham from Rochelle.
I know Jackson. Jackson the animal.
And
Luckett lost. All right, well, where's he?
Wyndham's not in this bracket, is he?
Nah, Wyndham's an IESA kid, I believe.
Okay.
Well, I like that kid. I think that kid was.
That's Cannon Ziller.
Yeah.
74 novice state champ this year. That somehow Ziller and Wyndham are related. He's from North China, and then Wyndham's from Oregon.
Okay.
Jim is cracking so many jokes tonight. All right, last weight class, gentlemen. Last weight class, 275. We got Timothy Harrison, Michael Jones, Makai Ruiz, Christopher
Olmsted.
Maple, Sturgis, Camden Long.
How's that cast? Wetton Camp, I know. Donovan Olmsted for Southern Illinois Bulldogs.
Yeah, he's my guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Olmsted, and then he'll face.
Butch Sloman trained.
Say what?
Butch Sloman trained.
Yeah, he's gonna definitely. I'm going with Olmsted there, and then on the top side, I think Wetton Camp. I'm familiar with Wetton Camp. I'm not familiar with the other names as much, but Wetton Camp, I believe he's out of Lincoln Way, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Olmsted was a runner-up last year. We have to go with him.
Yeah, he lost to who did he lose to last year? Oh my gosh, who won?
He's actually
Cameron Casey.
Yeah, that's
Cameron
right.
Casey.
And if I remember correctly, those two went back and forth throughout the year.
They showed him getting pinned in
Olmsted
22
lost
seconds.
in the blood round in 23 too.
Yeah, I see that being Wetton Camp and Olmsted and.
Where did you say he lost, Dustin?
He was in 23. He's a 3-time qualifier. He lost in the blood rounds in 23 at state as novice. And he's a Southern Illinois Bulldog. He's in. He's the guy.
Yeah, that right there. I'd just go with him on that alone.
And I think Olmsted does he have a brother too? I think I recognize some of these names. I think from this year. I might be wrong, but
I watched this match last year at I'm watching this finals match right now. I remember watching this last year in Rockford. If I wouldn't have seen these two kids, I wouldn't remember this, but I remember seeing this.
Yeah.
So Mac, obviously you're going to be there. Are either one of you other guys going Saturday?
I will not be there. I'm not driving. Going to.
Have you had your kid yet, Dalton?
I have not.
Any day now?
No, not till July.
Oh well, shit.
If Lincoln loses, he'll be looking for another place if you have room in your house.
We'll give him a ride home.
Dude,
Linky's got it.
Yeah, if not, it's a long walk home.
You going, Big Jim?
Send him to Jim.
I don't know. I know Jimmy's going. Jimmy's going down with the Albert crew. I don't know. If we go, I'd go Saturday night to watch the finals. But man, then if I go, I don't know. We'll see.
You going to Big Tens?
Was that? No, I'm not doing it. No.
I'm doing both.
I feel like I've been gone. I feel like I've been gone a lot. You know what I mean?
Dude,
and now
what we do. We wrestle. You know this.
I'm getting nothing done, though.
What else is new? I talk to Renee all the time. She tells me you don't do anything except drink Busch Light and feed that stove back there.
I bought paint the other day, and they're like, "You want it shook?" I go, "No, fuck it. I'm not gonna do anything with it." I mean, be real.
You just bought the paint to have.
Yeah, just for show.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, Dustin, how's Devin been doing?
He's doing good. Finally got to come back late in his freshman year. So.
Yeah, that's how Dustin is. If they're tearing his labrum at state last year, and quite a setback, but is what it is, and move forward. But
good.
I'm glad to hear Devin's doing good.
Yeah, hopefully Dawson will be there this weekend too, won't he?
No, he has like 4 tests on Friday. And with their schedule, they travel a lot at Detroit Catholic, so he's doesn't want to fall behind with that.
Gotcha.
I think maybe the real reason is a girlfriend, at that age.
You play tickle fanny when you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'll just finish. I'll just stop it right there. But I appreciate you guys coming through and going through the senior division. Good luck to everybody that's competing. Hopefully, we can see how we do. We'll get back on and talk about some of the other stuff in the future, especially in the off season. A lot of these kids will continue to wrestle, and there'll be a lot to talk about. So,
Let me
appreciate
give
you
my
guys coming on.
my novice shout out to Cannon Ziller, 74
Stud.
state champ.
Cannon
Stud.
Ziller's a stud. Yeah,
Cannon Ziller's a problem.
a very big problem.
Cannon Ziller's like
Yeah.
a typewriter going up your arm, man. He's just
Yeah, I do look forward to.
Suitcase matches.
huh?
Where do you find the time to come up with these analogies, Jim? I mean, I used to be like a really big smartass, but you got me covered like 8 days a week.
Oh, he's a pro. He's a pro.
Years of practice.
Yeah.